Hi, I'm Congressman Ted Deutch. I'd like to say a few words about the Employment Non Discrimination Act, also known as ENDA. Today, I firmly believe that the protections afforded by this law must be extended for transgendered individuals. But I didn't always feel that way, and I'd like to share my story. I always considered myself a progressive and an ally of the gay community. LGBT equality meant so much to me that when I was first elected to the Florida State Senate in 2006, I introduced the Florida version of ENDA. But at the time, I thought that including protection from discrimination for transgender Americans was a step too far. I thought that it would be better to fight for inclusion of lesbians and gays and then work on transgendered rights later when we had already made some progress. I fought hard for that bill, and in Florida's Republican-dominated legislature, it was a miracle that the bill even made it out of committee. But in the course of that debate, something changed in me. In all the conversations that I had with my colleagues, I realized what a missed opportunity that it was to talk about equality under the law for gay and lesbian Americans without extending those same protections to transgendered persons. I was wrong. And I wish more of my colleagues here in Washington would admit when they're wrong, and when they're wrong to treat transgender Americans as anything less than worthy of our full constitutional rights. The recent Supreme Court ruling that the federal government must now recognize all legally married couples shows just how far our mainstream views of LGBT equality have moved forward in recent years. We know that as more and more Americans meet members of the LGBT community in their daily lives and get to know them as people with hopes and dreams and loved ones, we'll continue to advance the cause of equality. That's because these kind of personal experiences allow us to realize that all of us, gay, lesbian, straight, male, female, transgender, all of us are in this together as a country. Personal progress is tied to national progress. And though I've met a number of transgendered persons in recent years, what inspired me to tell you my story today is a meeting that I just recently had with Kristen Beck. Kristen Beck is a former Navy SEAL and a part of SEAL Team 6. As one of our nation's most elite warriors, her service to our country is truly extraordinary. And Kristen is also transgender. Her decision to come out as trans and stand up as an advocate for transgendered Americans like her who love this country and have so much to offer it is just as extraordinary. And I'm proud to stand with her, with the LGBT community, and with an ever-increasing majority of Americans in support of equal treatment under the law. It's time to pass ENDA, with full protection under the law for transgendered Americans, and in doing so, take another remarkable step forward on behalf of life, liberty, and justice for all Americans.